Ready? It's 23 degrees, Saturday, London, barbecue. Why not? That's just what we need to do. Oh, this is food you want to eat. You know, it's hot. You don't want to eat heavy. I don't know, saying that, I had a burger for lunch and then I ate risotto and now I'm going to eat sea bass. But sea bass, if it's just the one thing you're going to eat, this is going to be a lovely light fish dish that you could do on a weekend. Boom, lovely wild bass there. So it's been trimmed up for me by the lovely guys at Notting Hill Meat and Fish. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to butterfly it. So to butterfly a fish, you've got to come in under the backbone here and take it out the wrong way. So basically we keep the two fillets together. And so what you want to do is come in behind here, behind the head. Behind the head. Okay. And take the head off for this one. You can make a lovely fish stock with that head. There's one thing about setting it, you need to be efficient when you're setting up outside. You've got to have everything ready. You've got your salt, your oil, hose pipe. Okay, see here, we've got a fish without a head. We're just going to come down the backbone here. So where you'd normally go through the top side, we're going through the bottom side, underside again. Peel it open, careful not to go through the skin at the top because that's what's going to hold it together, okay? Let's open that up. Okay, and repeat the same. There's a same this side, okay? It's a bit more of a surgical procedure, that, you see. So we'll just come up the back with the scissors. Then we've got there's a beautiful butterflied sea bass, okay? So it's still together. We've got the two fillets, and now we're just going to come in and take the rib cage off. All these trim you can use for stock. Sea bass is just one of those lovely, it's a treat, sea bass, you know. It's a treat to eat. It's lovely, delicate fish, like lovely flavours. The flesh is nice and firm. It holds together, and it's not like a cod where cod's kind of flaky. This is a bit more, it's got a bit more texture to it. That's why it commands such a high price. I've never actually caught, I'd love to try and catch a sea bass actually. Never caught a sea bass. I've tried a couple of times, but I'm obviously doing it at the wrong time, in the wrong place. Haven't got the knowledge yet. So this is just removing the pin bones. I'll be as delicate as possible for that. You see how we got perfect two fillets here, yeah? And that, the advantage of like taking it off the bone already is that, you know, it's going to cook quite quickly. That, you know, you'll probably cook that in about 5-6 minutes, and it's a whole fish. So that's 5-6 minutes for the main event. And it looks great. Looks great. Obviously when you're cooking outside, gotta have a glass of wine on the go. Ooh. Job number 1, done. Look, this is gonna be an impressive dish. We're gonna do it just simply sea bass, some courgettes. We cook them in a pan with some olive oil, some garlic. That's gonna provide the garnish for the fish. Okay, just some lovely courgettes, a bit of basil, maybe some chili and garlic. So here I've got 2 different colours of courgettes. It's more for, you know, it's a look. It's the aesthetic of the dish. You know, we've got food you eat first with your eyes. This time of year as well, courgettes in an absolute glut. We've got lovely Italian varieties. That's a Grissina courgette, which is, you know, slightly paler skin. It's a yellow courgette. I don't know the fancy name for that one. When I cook the courgettes, I'm going to cook them in lots of olive oil. Just cook with the garlic. Not looking to get any colour on them really. Just have them nicely cooked down, beautifully seasoned. So what I'll do is I'll cook the garlic off first in the pan. Basically, what we're doing there is infusing the oil with all that delicious garlic and chili flavour. You know, what could you add to this if you wanted to make it a big, not so light a lunch? You could cook some potatoes. Just have them with a little bit of brown butter. 1 chilli there. Just give it a bit of salt. I'm just going to burn that chilli. Take the skin off. Okay, in the pan here, oil. Quite a lot of it. Basically the dressing for the fish as well. So we're going to courgettes, garlic, chili, lemon. You see that garlic's ticking away now. Slightly, you don't want to go too aggressive on the heat on the garlic. You can alternatively put the chili down there straight on the coals. That will also burn the skin nice and quickly. Wholesome shit this with the dog outside, sunshine. It's almost time for a bit of shirtless content, I think. Okay, you see how that's just ticking away? That's exactly what we want. Just to be, you know, the garlic's cooking, it's losing a bit of its moisture. Some salt in there. What we're going to do now, courgette straight in the pan, yeah? I'm just going to let those cook down chili off, okay? Let that steam a little bit. Oh, the cat's coming. Doesn't know the dog's here though. Piggy cat, 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 kitty cat, kitty cat, kitty cat, kitty cat. We had a little fire in the restaurant, so we've been closed for the last sort of, how long have we been closed for? A month or so? A month. And then we'll be opening again. This is Straker's, we're going to be opening again. When are we opening? In 2 weeks' time? 3 weeks' time? We're going to be opening in about a week's time, 2 weeks' time, something like that. And also in the meantime, we opened Acre, which is a new place on Goulburn Road. Come on. Okay, right, look, this here. Peel the skin. Just slip off like a little Johnny. And then add those to the courgettes once they're cooked. Toss it around, you know, look at that lovely. It's cooked, or they're cooked already, they're sort of nice and yummy. So what I'm doing here is I'm just making sure I've got an even bed of coal for where I'm going to put the fish. You know, I'm going to put the fish like here, yeah? And the courgette's just going to simmer away at the back. Obviously it's a hot dish. Fuck off, fly. Hot dish, hot plate. Weirdly, the vegetables are going to take longer to cook than the fish. Yeah, this is something, you know, it's a special thing when you get a lovely bit of fish. I think this is, again, leaning into how simple fish cookery can be. You know, I think people get a little bit, sometimes people get a little bit put off by, or like, don't know how to cook fish, but it's the same as cooking any protein, really. Got to be a bit more delicate, cook it for less time, make sure the temperature's right on the pan or utensil you're cooking it in. Okay, so what we're going to do is just make sure we well oiled the skin here to avoid sticking. So well oiled over the top. Give it a nice bit of salt. the finer variety, fine sea salt. Oh, not oil, not wine. Bit of oil, just to make sure that grill is well oiled up, non-stick, you know. Fish going on. Okay. Pardon me. Thick side first. It's going to naturally curl up, but then it's going to relax. All over the top. Also salt on the top of the fish as well. You see I've got a nice distance. There's no like flames or fire or anything hitting that skin. It's cooking nice and slowly. It's just gonna cook most of the way through. Then we'll turn it over onto a tray, okay? That tray is about all right. Okay, so what we're gonna do here on this tray, more oil, they say. It's just gonna be a lemon infused oil. So we'll just warm that up. When we turn the fish just into the lemon oil, and it's going to cook through from the other side with the lemon oil. This is just a little, you know, that's just a little elevation station. Beautiful. There's multiple ways to eat a courgette. You know, we could have grilled them all whole and charred them on the outside. This we're just looking here to cook the courgettes so they just start to break down. They're losing that turgidness that they have, because they're so packed with water. And you know, you're cooking them down, breaking down the cells of the plant, of the vegetable, and they're just becoming soft and a little bit more, you know, just relaxed. That's what we're looking for. We're not looking for them to be soft and mushy, but we're just looking for them to relax down a little bit. We've lost a bit of their moisture, just to become basically a really nice accompaniment. I'm not looking for any color on these. You know, we're highlighting simple ingredients, but just like to the maximum effect, really. It's smelling good. I'd definitely say you can't make good food without good produce. Like you know, whatever you put in the pan is what you're going to get out, basically. I know there's a certain amount you can do, but you can't. If that's a farmed sea bass, there's no way having the flavour of the wild bass. You know? It's like sharpening a knife, you know, better than using a blunt knife, or it's like having batteries for your drill. See how these ones are. We've got here some basil I harvested yesterday. I left it out of the fridge, I was looking a bit tired, but harvested yesterday down by my own fair hands, down at Dalesford. Long rocking slices, I'm not doing that. Going through it like that. So we can get, you know, long strips. So we're not bruising the herb, we're actually slicing the herb. Okay. Chili and basil to go through these courgettes here. Look how simple that looks. You know, we've got the colours, we've got yellow, red, green, dark green, white. It's just look at that colour. It's just like a, you know, you already know that's going to taste good. You just know. You know, that cooled down in the fridge, spread on a bit of toast with some whipped ricotta, grilled bread, ricotta, those courgettes. That is simplicity. You know, I'm just giving you some ideas. It's not a rule book. It's not a rule book by any means. This is just how to execute stuff simply. Have I looked stressed at all in this video? I'm actually fucking tired and I'm still having fun. This is the time where you spark up the ciggy, maximum chill. This is what cooking's about. You see how the fish is almost like, it's almost cooked to go to the top now. because we've left the fish to sit here nicely, it just lifts up off the grill, you see? I'm just going to turn that over just to cook the underside of that fish. Oh, sorry. Look, we're just going to rest that up there nicely. Look, hot plate, sea bass, courgettes and basil. What's the fuss all about? Where's my ciggy gone? Plate warming, sea bass resting, courgettes just doing their own thing. Peggy chilling, Tom smoking, hot. Harry's got his top off. No, just punch in on that. If you've got people over for a barbecue, you want to be able to relax and drink and smoke, and you could have had a pasta before. And now we're just going into the main course. Secondi. Service. So we don't want to hide the fish, we're going to go courgettes first. On the bottom of the plate. It's kind of like a bed of spinach, but it's not spinach. You want sea bass on a bed of spinach? Look at those courgettes looking beautiful. Obviously you want to check the seasoning of these. I was doing that when I was, when I tasted them earlier. Just checking the seasoning, making sure they're looking good. The reason I'm adding the lemon onto the courgettes now is because I don't want to go and put all the lemon over the crispy skin of the bass. So just doing that here. You can do lift up from the front side, straight off there. Okay. You got all the resting juices and the lemon oil right over the top of the glistening fish. Tell me that ain't lovely. Well, I love it. I could have a fishy. Show's over if you forgot the fucking fork. That's it, I'm done. See how you see how all these juices are resting. So look, there'll be one little bone in the backbone. So you just want to look at that. It's beautiful. You could do a multitude of things with it. You could make a nice lemon mayonnaise. In my book, if you haven't bought it already, if you haven't got it, it's called Food You Want to Eat. And this is Food You Want to Eat. Insane, lovely heat from the chili coming through as well. I actually forgot about the chili, but it's lovely. Fish is soft. Courgettes are juicy. Oh, dappled light, eh?